there are just too many of us, again, that we allow what we go through to make us wonder about the goodness of God. And you got to stop doing that. You got to stop doing that. You have to get so mature that you never allow your issues to ruin your day. Now, I'm teaching something tonight that you ain't going to get running and jumping and shouting and screaming. You got to sit down somewhere and be taught. Be taught that you can do this, that you can walk this out. Right? Even in your worst day, you can yet be smiling and saying, to God be the glory. I'm going to praise him anyhow. Even when it don't go your way. And so I actually wanted to learn how to mature. That, yeah, something can be going on the right hand and on the left. But God told me to expect a miracle this week. So I'm going to stay right here expecting this miracle despite what's going on the right and what's going on the left. Do you know many of us have missed blessings because we took our mind off of what God said he was going to do and begin to focus too much on a trial, on a person, on a thing, including the devil? It's a good place to be in too. When God tells you he's going to do a thing and you don't move. You don't move. You just say, God said it. It's so. Psalm 31:19. Oh, how great is your goodness, which you have laid up for those who fear you, which you have prepared for those who trust in you, in the presence of the sons of men. Even when you're going through something tough, understand tonight, God still has goodness laid up for you. Battling on every hand, but there's still goodness laid up for you. And he's not laying it up just to keep it there. His objective or his purpose is to release it into your life. But in order for him to do so, you have to fear him. You have to obey him. You have to walk in his command in order for that goodness that's laid up to be released. Because sometimes God will allow your week to start off rough, but he's purposed to release goodness on a Friday, on a Saturday. But by Wednesday, we ain't in the place we need to be to receive it. Some of you done left here Sunday, boy, you was in a place of expectation. But then got to going through trials on Monday, trials on Tuesday. Even though a word has came like this is going to be one of the best weeks of our lives. That word came Sunday morning, but then you talk to that person Tuesday morning, and you don't even hear in they talk nothing about no best week of nobody's life. You have a conversation with them for an hour, and ain't nothing in their spirit in reference to what was proclamated. It was in their spirit, but a person, a demon, or a situation stole it or took it out of their heart. Notice what else he said, which you have prepared for those who what? Trust in you. Now, notice where he's going to release all of this at. In the presence of the sons of men. See, you got to know about the goodness of God. One definition of the goodness of God is divine benefits. You got to know even when you're going through that God done laid up for you divine benefits. Don't get so fixated on the trouble that you don't think God can bless you in the midst of the trouble. Because see, this is what God has showed me. God has the ability, because he's all powerful, not to take you out of a trial, but at the same time, he can be blessing you even though he left you in a trial. He still has a number of ways to bless you without moving you out of the particular situation that you desire for him to move you out of. Because he's all, perhaps how he gonna do it? He all powerful. He can do anything but fail. He is a sovereign God. And so if God decides to bless me, he can do so without taking me out of the particular trial that I want to come out of. Yet at the same time, he can be pouring out blessing. He can be releasing goodness. Come on. How many ever read Psalm 68:19? It tells us what about the benefits of God? That he loads us down what? He loads us down what? Daily with what? Daily with what? Tell your neighbor, I don't care what you're going through. God loads you down with benefits daily. Can I break this thing down? That means God is always blessing his people. He always doing something good for his people. How many wake up with that mindset? God gonna do something good today. I'm ready, God. You load us down daily with benefit. I don't know where it's coming from today, but I am in high expectation because you do it every day. But how many wake up sad based upon what happened the day before, and so you don't have an expectation to be loaded down? But I look for God to load me down every day with benefits. I don't go nowhere no more without looking for him to move for me. If it's a day I decided to shop, I'm looking for him to move for me, whether I'm in the city of Atlanta or whether I'm going to shop in the country nooner. I'm still looking for him to do something. I'm trying to help somebody. But you can't have that mindset if the only thing on your mind is what you're going through that's bad. He want to bless you despite that. When it came to the goodness of God, David was so bold. In Psalm 23, what did David say about the goodness of God? He said, surely goodness and shall follow me. Y'all gonna make me preach. So bold that he said, surely goodness and shall follow me all the days of my what? David knew goodness was something that he got for a lifetime. How can you tie that to the economy? How can you tie that to your job? You don't want to be on a job all your life, but God say goodness will follow you all the days of your life. That means young, middle age, even old. That means you don't get so old where God stopped blessing you. No, David said, it's going to follow me all the days of my life. Listen, that means even seemingly on the roughest day of your life, he got something for you. He said, I got something for you. You went here, been turned down. You went there, went turned down. You went here, didn't get the answer you wanted. You got back home, something tore up. You got in the car, something sounding off and ain't sounding right. But then you can look to him and say, Lord, I know you still got something for me. You got something for me today. Because you do this every day. This is just who you is. You going to do this every single day. And when you get that mindset, God causes things to happen for you that will boggle people's mind. She thinks she all that. No, you think she all that. But she know about the daily benefits. Know enough about the daily benefit to the point to where I can't afford to pour mouth. I can't afford to be negative. Come on, I have to be optimistic even when folk are trying to get me to be pessimistic. I have to allow them to know that's just not my character because of how well I know God. Half the day can be rough, but then the last half can be the best day of your life depending on your mindset. God ain't got me talking about this for nothing. He wants this to be one of the best weeks of our lives. He wants this week. He want to do something out of the ordinary, something unusual. Listen, he want to do all of that despite what you're going through. He want to do all that despite what you're going through. Go back to 2 Corinthians. But see, if I know about his goodness, then when I am going through something that's difficult, that's trying, then I can look to him for some help. I don't have no problem going to this good God for some help. Be careful. Be careful who is the first person you call when you need some help. See, if I really preach it right, the first one we call on should be God. You shouldn't call your mama before you call God. You shouldn't call your spouse before you call God. Whenever you need some help, the first one you should call should be God. Should be somebody that you know hear you no matter where you are. Hear you no matter what time of day it is. God is not the first one some of us call. Because you don't see him in the light that you need to. And I'm trying to change that tonight. Because if you start looking at him for how good he is, whenever you're in need of help, whether it's money, whether it's healing, deliverance, you'll look to him. I said you'll look to him. And you'll never put man before him. You'll never put money before him. Right? Because you know about his what? His goodness. When you on the edge, you know he'll get me away from the edge.